everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Tech Effect. I'm Pete Techman CoMAN, and beside me, as always, is Mark, the bearded tech Skehan. How you going, Mark?
Great, mate. How are you?
I'm well. We've obviously...
By the way, I'm over here. Over there.
Where are you?
G'day.
Obviously, we only have two mics here, right? So this is a little awkward in some respect. Not that I'm sitting next to you, because that's never awkward.
No.
But on my other side is a very special guest, a very, very dear friend of mine, Tanita. Welcome, Tanita.
Hi boys. How are you?
We're great. We're great. We really thank you for coming on the show. And there's a reason why we've got you on the show. Why is that, Mark?
Yes, you want me to take it? I'll take it from here. Yeah. All right. So the reason why we have you on this show is we wanted to have a chat to you and get some perspective from a parent about using mobile phones in education. So I've got 3 kids in high school and primary school, and I wanted to ask you your perspective on using mobile phones. Should it be allowed in school? I've seen there's so many schools where I've walked through and I've seen signs all the way up, put your mobile phones away, put them in the bag, put them in your locker. If your phones are out at all through school, they'll be confiscated. Wanted to get your perspective on this. From should phones be allowed, period, at all, or is there a balancing act here?
My personal belief that they shouldn't be allowed at school at all, because I have a 15-year-old daughter, and it is a constant battle, World War III, every day trying to take her phone off her, and I'm in World War III. And I believe a lot of other parents go through this at home, in a home space, and the teachers at school are expected to monitor this as well. Now, there's been incidents at school where the kids just run away from the teacher and hide in the toilets, and they can't go after them. It's getting that bad now that they are getting very distracted by it. And the kids also come up with excuses too, that they need it for music. But at the same time, the schools have got applications where their timetables, everything is all online now, and the only way the kids can check it is on their computer or on their phone. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, we've kind of been driven to this world with technology, haven't we? Where everything is about an app or any piece of software. So we're driven to technology.
All their assignments, everything, like a pre-submission for an assignment has to be done online. And of course the kids are doing it on the phone. So at which point do we know what the kids are actually doing on the phone? Are they on the phone sending off a document, or are they on the phone on Snapchat? So
yeah. Pete, let me ask you, from the outside looking in, what's your take on it?
Well, as you know, Mark, I don't have any kids that I know of. However, well, it's true. I don't know. All right. Anyway.
Are you my daddy?
No, look, I can't speak from experience as a parent, okay? However, we have been involved. We do a lot of work in education, in particular universities, which is a different space to what we're talking about today, which is more sort of K to 12. However, we've done works for the different departments of education around the country. And what I found really interesting was in Tasmania, they brought out a document or a strategy around technology, and they, instead of fighting it, they went, look, we're not going to fight it. It's like a losing battle. So why don't we work on ways or strategies to actually incorporate it into the curriculum? And so what they would turn around, they gave these examples of what that would look like. So they're working towards using mobile devices. As I said, I just don't have any sort of personal experience with kids in that space, so I can't comment. But from a technology point of view, it's the way the world is, really. I mean, we had this conversation over the last couple of days where we're on the phones all the time. Like we use it as a business tool.
Back to whether we can use it in a school, I suppose my view is that this is a little bit like Uber. When I was traveling in the States years ago, and Uber was really just muscling its way into cities. And at a point, the the towns and the cities would ban them or from coming in, and then but Uber just kept coming because they were paying fines, right? And it's like, and I got into these conversations with all these Uber drivers, and it's like, you can't stop it. You can't fight it. We can fight it for a while, but it will win. A lot of tech coming out, right? That has the ability to bring phones into it. But I just think that for now, like my real personal view is I'm really stuck on the fence. Yeah, I'm with you from a parent's point of view.
If there was something that can be implemented where, yes, use it in the school, but somehow we can blacklist the Snapchats and the Instagram,
exactly.
black it out during
How do we
those
manage
times.
that?
How do we manage that? If something can come in when the kids have the phone and you can black that out and allow them to use it still, it's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Between certain times, but whilst they're at school, whilst they're supposed to be doing homework, then black it out.
Yeah, it's like these attention grabbers, and there's things now, like certainly from a home router perspective, you can get things that can blacklist
but
it.
To have the parents, like for example myself, I don't understand it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, easy for me to say that, right?
Yeah,
from
for you
technology,
guys.
Yeah.
But for the average parent, there is a big market out there. If someone to come in and set a router up and set it up for them, Instagram shut off between certain times, and give
between
them
6 and 8.
Teach the parents how to use it, because the layman's parent doesn't understand that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, I don't think that's commercially happening now. Like, schools can go and blacklist the stuff, all that stuff on their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but not on the.
But kids walk around with, with their phone on a 4G. It's not uncommon. Like, probably 5 years ago, to think that a 15-year-old kid would have their own phone was, you go, holy dooly. But now, for a 15-year-old kid, like my daughter's only 14, she's got a kid with, she's got a phone with a SIM in it for plenty of reasons, but it happens, and so they can just get off the Wi-Fi, and hey presto, away they go.
Yeah.
What I find fascinating is that the kids seem so attached to their mobile devices.
It's like an addict.
Yeah.
They are like an addict.
Yeah. And they rely on it so heavily, I suppose, for communication with their friends, social media. Obviously, there's various platforms that are changing, like Instagram has stopped showing the number of likes and things like that. What are you seeing? Is the school doing, or the schools in general, do anything to help in any way with?
I don't believe so, no.
Do they believe it's a problem?
I think they see it as a problem, but there's nothing they can do about it. They do ban it at school. They've got school policies in there, as you said, that it will be confiscated, but it can't get policed all the time, because there's only a restricted areas and black spots and all that where the kids can get away with it.
Yeah, and they just don't know how to handle it at this point.
It comes down to maturity.
I think unanimously we all agree that
it will be used.
It will be used, but we've got to find this balancing act. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Are we good? Anything to add?
Yeah, look, as always, we need to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
All right, and so today's episode, we only have one sponsor, and it's only for today's episode, right? So we'd like to thank our sponsor, Tanita's Kitchen.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
we get a free meal today, right?
No, they got to sample mine.
But if you're
Chicken cacciatore, wasn't it?
it was good. Yeah, the chicken cacciatore was very good. But if you're in the Gold Coast region and you're after quality home cooked meals, check out Tanita's Kitchen. Facebook, check it out. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so Tanita, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for coming on the show. It's really good to get a parent's perspective on this.
I can go on for hours about this. I'm keeping it tame.
But we thank you for your time, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you on the next episode.